Hey guys, it's been a while since I made a vlog on the World Cup, and I blame the Champions League final for that. Yeah, it was a great final and all that, but it took our attention away from the World Cup, and that's never good, right? It's only 15 days for the World Cup to start. It's start of June, and yeah, and now we're going all in for the prep for the World Cup. The final squads of some teams are yet to be announced. Germany being one of the major players, and yeah, I guess they're gonna push it till the last day. Maybe for fitness issues, Manuel Neuer being one of the key doubts. Few injuries came from the Champions League final as well, the likes of Mo Salah and Dani Carvajal. So Spain squad might get rechecked. Mo Salah has said that anyhow, be it fit or not, he's gonna play for Egypt. So let's see what the status is on that. But Egypt do need Mo Salah to play for them to qualify from the group stages of the World Cup. So be the squads as they may. Today I'm gonna take you through all the different groups of the World Cup and from all through from A to H, and then I'm gonna tell you which teams are gonna qualify from these groups into the knockout stages. To start off with, let's begin with Group A. Russia has had the easiest of groups to qualify from for the initial stages of the World Cup. No major team is in the groups. No major World Cup contender is in their group, so it's easier for them to qualify given all the circumstances. Their major competitions are the likes of Egypt themselves, and maybe without Mo Salah, Russia has a chance to beat them in the group stages of the World Cup. It's going to be a tough battle. Whoever beats the other team might just qualify for the knockout stages of the competition. The most likely team to qualify from the Group A is Uruguay, with the likes of Suarez to boost their attack and Diego Godin to boost their defense, and all the array of talent in the middle. They are the team to beat in Group A, and then whoever beats between Russia and Egypt might qualify through. Saudi Arabia, yeah, they are done and dusted. It's a major achievement for them to be in the World Cup finals, but yeah, we do not expect much from them. But who knows, upset might come. But for me, I feel that based on Mo Salah's injury, I feel that Russia and Uruguay are going to qualify from Group A. Now in Group B, this is the group of death. This is one of the groups of death in this year's World Cup. It has the biggest of the big teams, the European champions in Portugal, the 2010 World Cup champions in Spain, the underdogs in Iran and Morocco. Iran might just pull off an upset as well based on the day they have on the field. They have a coach in the former Portugal coach and Manchester United assistant Carlos Queiroz, who is extremely experienced, and he has managed Iran from the last World Cup, and yeah, he has turned them into a team who can pull off upsets and who can qualify for World Cups on a regular basis. So yeah, that's a team to look out for. But most likely Portugal and Spain are going to qualify for the knockout stages from Group B. The teams in Group C include France, Australia, Peru, and Denmark. Now, I would have said France and Peru to qualify for the knockout stages, but it's looking unlikely considering that Peru are going to compete in the World Cup finals without their main talisman, main striker Paulo Guerrero, who has been banned by FIFA for failing a dope test because of cocaine, of all things. They had appealed for his innocence, and the ban was reduced to half. But then an appeal by the anti-doping agency to WADA resulted in extension of the ban. Paulo Guerrero maintains that he was drugged on purpose before the match or something through tea. But yeah, Peru has a shaky history when it comes to World Cups, and the players and different controversies have followed them throughout the years. So yeah, Peru doesn't look likely to qualify. So France is definitely going to qualify. We all know that. And the second team, which I picked to qualify for the knockout stages, is Denmark from Group C. Now in Group D lie everyone's favorites to win the World Cup in Argentina. Yeah, everyone wants Lionel Messi to win that one major trophy for his country. Everyone wants the likes of Aguero, Higuain, then Angel Di Maria. Paul Dybala, all these famed players coming from Argentina to win one major trophy at least. They have been supremely unlucky by losing the last World Cup, which for me they should have won that final, but in the end Germany proved too strong for them. Then going into the Copa America to lose it 2 years in a row in the final to Chile. Yes, they are tormentors. Chile are not in this World Cup, so you could say in a way that Argentina are the favorites. Argentina are the crowd favorites, but they're still not sure how well they'll play in the knockout stages. But for sure, in the group stage, Argentina are the favorites to move forward. Then there's Croatia, the slightly aging golden generation of Croatia and Modric, Rakitic, Perisic, Mandzukic, and all these players who have been a part of the Croatian national team since the 2010 World Cup and have continued to underachieve. And for some reason, they have a well-rounded of squad, but they don't have that X factor in them to make it towards the later stages of major competitions. But they will surely qualify with Argentina to the knockout stage. But the team that I want not just qualify from the knockout stages in Group B, but also to be in the later stages of the competitions. And my favorite underdogs from World Cup roster are Iceland. I really love that team. They play with 12 men. The 12 man, maybe 13 men. The 12 and 13 men are those amazing fans who, with the Viking chant, who support their nation all out. And yeah, they have been favorites of many people since the European Championships, and they have already overachieved by actually qualifying for the World Cup. And they are on a hot run right now, and hopefully they upset Croatia or Argentina. I don't mind that. Maybe other people do, but yeah, Iceland look like a team who you could cheer for and you could root for if they reach the knockout stages. So yeah, that's one team I want to qualify from Group B. Then another team, the final team from Group B is Nigeria, who just don't look like to win a single match. Maybe given the other three teams who just don't look likely to even win a match. Maybe given the other three teams present in their group. Now in Group E are the maybe the favorites, the bookies' favorites to win the World Cup in Brazil. They look like a team who's gonna win the World Cup. No, they have all their best players in their prime, the defenders with extreme experience. One anomaly with the missing Dani Alves, but all things considered, they are my favorites to win this year's World Cup, not just qualify from group, which they are absolutely gonna do. The competition for the second place in Group B is between likes of Switzerland, Serbia, and Costa Rica. Costa Rica look the most likely to qualify from the group. It would be nice to see two South American teams qualifying from a single group. Yeah, but Serbia must not be underestimated given the wider amount of talent they have and experience with the Savage, Mitrovic, even Nemanja Matic, and they have in a way overachieved to qualify for the knockout for the World Cup group stages, and they look like a team who are determined to get out of the group. So Switzerland look like they're out, but between Costa Rica and Serbia, whoever wins the game between those two teams qualifies with Brazil for the latter stages of the competition. Group F has in them the World Cup champions in Germany. Still an extremely strong team. They have been able to reinvent their team in a way. Joshua Kimmich, Cruz, Manuel Neuer if he plays, Thomas Müller, Ozil, and the new inductees in Ilkay Gundogan, Leroy Sané, some of the more experienced players in the likes of Sami Khedira, Matt Hummels, all a very rounded team and team which has been winning on a regular basis throughout the years. Since 2010, they have been in all the major semi-finals at least, I think. So yeah, they are one of the favorites to win the trophy. Now the other teams Mexico is the second team to qualify from Group F, if you ask me. They have been a strong team for a while, and yeah, they are one of the best, or maybe the best North American team. And yeah, they look like a team who will qualify from Group F. You'd say Sweden may have a chance, but that would have been in case Zlatan Ibrahimovic would have been a part of the kind of national team squad, but he is not, and that diminishes Sweden's chances of qualifying for the latter stages of the competition. But you don't discount the fourth team from this group in South Korea to be knocked out easily. They have been a semi-finalist in this millennium itself. Yeah, just in the 2002 World Cup. And who knows, maybe they'll just pull off something spectacular in this World Cup as well. Now, moving on to Group G, the likes of Belgium and England are going to qualify from the group between Belgium and England. In that big game, I think Belgium will comfortably beat England, given the sheer amount of talent in this Belgium team. They are my favourites to at least reach the semi-final stage. If they don't do that, it will be a disappointing World Cup campaign for them. The array of talent in that Belgium team is only next to Brazil, and yeah, they are going to be. It's going to take something big from them to win the World Cup because they have not achieved success at any major tournaments for their country. But at least the least they can do is qualify and reach the semi-final stage. Meanwhile, the other teams in the group, other than Belgium and England, are Panama and Tunisia, and they don't look like they're going to win a single game. The game between these two teams is going to be a matter of reputation for them, and whoever wins the game can say that they have won a game in the World Cup finals for the nation. Now, in Group H, it's a free for all. All the teams can win, or any of the team can qualify for the knockout stages, but Colombia look like the favorites from that group. It is a bit of an underdog group, but Colombia have those big name players and a little more experience and reputation to go along with it. Teams like Japan have the experience of Keisuke Honda and Shinji Kagawa, who can take their team to the knockout stages on any given day, but it has to be their best day to make them win against the opponent teams. Similar thing is for Poland. The Robert Lewandowski needs to score, and if he scores, Poland can be the second team with Colombia to reach the knockout stages. Final team in Group H is Senegal with a similar conundrum. Sadio Mane, their best player, needs to be on song. All these three teams can qualify with Colombia to the knockout stages, but whoever plays the best qualifies in the end. Yeah, it's a famous saying. Now, if you leave out Mexico, if you look at all the groups and all the teams likely to qualify for the knockout stages, you'll realize that most of these teams are either South American or European, and there lies the difference in quality between the Europe. There lies a difference in quality between the European and the South American national teams and the rest of the world. In terms of Asia, they are not done any favor because of the Pacific team in Aussies being included into the Asian qualifications. The rest of the Pacific teams are the same, and they are present in the Pacific qualification spots, but Aussies have to be included into the Asian squads, leaving one less opportunity for one less team to qualify from the Asian qualifications. The North American qualifications are tough as well, showing how good Mexico have been throughout the recent past to qualify on a consistent basis to the World Cup. But the talent present in South America as well as Europe is too good. And even I like to emphasize the climate and the conditions in South America and Europe are better suited for football, especially more than Africa and Asia. So, yeah, all things considered, it's going to be World Cup or a South American European Cup, whatever you feel like calling it. But it's definitely going to be a great World Cup given the sheer amount of talent and the teams that are present in the World Cup finals. So to round it off, my teams to qualify from the group stage to the knockout stage for this World Cup are: from Group A, the hosts Russia and Uruguay; from Group B, Portugal and Spain, obviously; from Group C, France, one of my picks for the finalists, or at least the semi-finals; and maybe Denmark. From Group D, Argentina, and not Croatia, but Iceland. Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for Iceland to at least reach the quarterfinals. Just plain dumb hope. Now moving on to the groups at the bottom. From Group B, Brazil and Costa Rica; from Group F, Mexico and Germany. Germany and Mexico if you want to do the top number one, number two. From Group G, it has to be Belgium and England, two big teams in the competition, at least on the basis of the strength of the players and the sheer amount of talent in the squads. And last but not least, Group H, I pick Colombia, and because I want to see an African team there, Sadio Mane, Senegal. But yeah, Robert Lewandowski and Poland look like a team that can qualify as well. So that's my pick for the teams to qualify for the knockout stages of the World Cup. Do tell me your teams and your picks for the knockout stages of the competition. We'll do one with the favorites in my next vlog. And yeah, do keep on subscribing to my channel and sharing my videos if you like my videos. Thank you.